Finishing Genesis 8. 29 days after that, Noah opened the door to look, and the water was gone. 8 more weeks went by. Then at last the earth was dry. Then God told Noah, "You may all go out. Release all the animals, birds, and reptiles, so they will breed abundantly and reproduce in great numbers." So the boat was soon empty. Noah, his wife, and his sons, and their wives all disembarked, along with all the animals, reptiles, and birds. All left the ark in pairs and groups. Then Noah built an altar and sacrificed on it some of the animals and birds God had designated for their purpose. And Jehovah was pleased with the sacrifice and said to himself, "I will never do it again. I will never again curse the earth, destroying all living things, even though man's bent is always towards evil from his earliest youth, and even though he does such wicked things. As long as the earth remains, there will be springtime and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, day and night." Genesis 9. God blessed Noah and his sons and told them to have many children and to repopulate the earth. "All wild animals and birds and fish will be afraid of you," God told him, "for I have placed them in your power, and they are yours to use for food, in addition to grain and vegetables. But never eat animals unless their lifeblood has been drained off. And murder is forbidden. Man killing animals must die, and any man who murders shall be killed. For to kill a man is to kill one made like God. Yes, have many children and repopulate the earth and subdue it." Then God told Noah and his sons, "I solemnly promise you and your children and the animals you brought with you, all these birds and cattle and wild animals, that I will never again send another flood to destroy the earth. And I seal this promise with this sign. I have placed my rainbow in the clouds as a sign of my promise until the end of time, to you and to all the earth. When I send clouds over the earth, the rainbow will be seen in the clouds. And I will remember my promise to you and to every being, that never again will the floods come and destroy all life. For I will see the rainbow in the cloud and remember my eternal promise to every living being on the earth." The names of Noah's 3 sons were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham is the ancestor of the Canaanites. From these 3 sons of Noah came all the nations of the earth. Noah became a farmer and planted a vineyard, and he made wine. One day, as he was drunk and lay naked in his tent, Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness and went outside and told his 2 brothers. Then Shem and Japheth took a robe and held it over their shoulders, and walking backwards into the tent, let it fall across their father to cover his nakedness, as they looked the other way. When Noah awoke from his drunken stupor and learned what had happened and what Ham, his youngest son, had done, he cursed Ham's descendants. "A curse upon the Canaanites," he swore. "May they be the lowest of slaves to the descendants of Shem and Japheth." Then he said, "God bless Shem, and may Canaan be his slave. God bless Japheth, and let him share the prosperity of Shem, and let Canaan be his slave." Noah lived another 350 years after the flood, and was 950 years old at his death. Genesis 10. These are the families of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, who were the 3 sons of Noah, for sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, Godanim. Their descendants became the maritime nations in various lands, each with a separate language. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, Sabteca. The sons of Rama were Sheba, Dedan. One of the descendants of Cush was Nimrod, who became the first of the kings. He was a mighty hunter, blessed of God, and his name became proverbial. People would speak of someone as being like Nimrod, a mighty hunter, blessed of God. The heart of his empire included Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From there he extended his reign to Assyria. He built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calah, and Rezin, which is located between Nineveh and Calah, the main city of the empire. Mizraim was the ancestor of the people inhabiting these areas. Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtuhim, Pathrusim, Casluhim, from whom came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Canaan's oldest son was Sidon, and he was also the father of Heth. From Canaan descended these nations: Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Arachmites, Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, Hamathites. Eventually the descendants of Canaan spread from Sidon all the way to Gerar in the Gaza Strip, and to Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim near Lasha. These then were the descendants of Ham, spread abroad in many lands and nations with many languages. Eber descended from Shem, the oldest brother of Japheth. Here is a list of Shem's other descendants: Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, Aram. Aram's sons were Uz, Hul, Gether, Mash. Arpachshad's sons were Shelah, and Shelah's son was Eber. 2 sons were born to Eber: Peleg, meaning division, for during his lifetime the people of the world were separated and dispersed, and Joktan, Peleg's brother. Joktan was the father of Almodad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, Jobab. These descendants of Joktan lived all the way from Mesha to the east hills of Sephar. These then were the descendants of Shem, classified according to their political groupings, language, and geographical locations. All of the men listed above descended from Noah through many generations, living in the various nations that developed after the flood. Genesis 11. The Tower of Babel. At that time, all mankind spoke a single language. As the population grew and spread eastward, a plain was discovered in the land of Babylon, and was soon thickly populated. The people who lived there began to talk about building a great city, with a temple tower reaching to the skies, a proud eternal monument to themselves. This will weld us together, they said, and keep us from scattering all over the world. So they made great piles of hard-burned brick and collected bitumen to use as mortar. But when God came down to see the city and the tower mankind was making, he said, "Look, if they are able to accomplish all of this when they have just begun to exploit their linguistic and political unity, just think of what they will do later. Nothing will be unattainable to them. Come, let us go down and give them different languages, so that they won't understand each other's words." So in that way, God scattered them all over the earth, and that ended the building of the city. That is why the city was called Babel, meaning confusion.